A really bright World Service highlight is the Y at work in Ethiopia. Here's a plaque from Ethiopia, a fine piece of sculpture made by a boy who 2 years ago had never done anything but the crudest kind of manual labor. His teacher is Merlin Bishop, whose nickname is Merlin the Magician, because Ethiopians have come to believe he can do practically anything. Bishop is only a one-room rented building in Ethiopia. He's been there a few years, but last year's attendance at Y programs topped 900,000. They came for training in numerous practical trades. Bishop built a forge and teaches blacksmithing and metalworking. Wood carving is possible because Bishop ground down these tools from old automobile valves. As Ethiopia strives to raise its standard of living, the greatest need is skilled workmen. Bishop is teaching skills that can only be learned at the Y. The Y workshop turns out products that can be sold or used for games. Many of these kids are homeless. The Y is the one place that gives them a chance to have some fun. Among other things, Bishop is an astronomer. This telescope he made himself. It's the only one in Ethiopia. Through Bishop and the Y, a whole new world of understanding is opening up for Ethiopia's youth. Y members in Ethiopia range from boys of the streets to top leaders in many fields. When enough boys have mastered enough trades, Bishop plans to take mobile teams of teachers out into the provinces. H&H stands for the Health and Happiness Club, Ethiopia's equivalent of junior high Y. He's the president. Education through entertainment is Merlin's magic formula. Good health is taught through ventriloquism. Each week, the dummy gets sick, each time with a different ailment. A medical student serves as doctor and comes to cure the patient. He then winds up with a lecture on health for the audience. Along with science and mechanics, Bishop stresses the spiritual life. Staff meetings with the Y's 4 young secretaries in training always start and end with prayer. With the approval of Ethiopia's Coptic Church, Y Secretary Inetu runs a Sunday school class. The questions and answers periods are popular, but some of the boys have trouble concentrating on their prayers. Bishop considers his biggest job that of training volunteer leaders. They, in turn, have so swelled the ranks of new members that their one-room Y has long since burst its seams. On land donated by His Imperial Majesty, Emperor Haile Selassie, Ethiopia is getting a new Y building. The Y here has the inside track with youth. It could well influence the life of this whole country. Well, a visit like this to the Y on world fronts always sends me back to my desk with renewed enthusiasm. I'm conscious of our place in the front ranks of democracy's struggle for a free world. After all, it's young people like Nini who will make the difference. Like Nini, Ali, and the thousands of other young Christian leaders that World Service is producing on many world fronts. We're partners with the YMCAs of 78 countries in this struggle for the minds of youth. Together, we can win this struggle, given the all-out support of those who believe in youth and who believe in the power of the YMCA to win them to the cause of brotherhood and freedom.